John D. Rockefeller's admonition, "Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great," captures a paradox at the heart of human progress. Comfort often masquerades as success, and adequacy disguises itself as fulfillment. Many lives stall not because of failure, but because of the seductive safety of what is good enough. Rockefeller's words challenge this complacency, urging individuals to cultivate the courage to release respectable achievements, secure routines, and familiar rewards in pursuit of a higher, more demanding vision. In a world that prizes stability and fears risk, this principle stands as a call to disciplined ambition and purposeful sacrifice. At first glance, giving up something good seems irrational. Good implies value, security, and approval. A good job pays the bills. A good relationship provides companionship. A good plan avoids unnecessary danger. Yet history repeatedly shows that greatness rarely emerges from comfort zones. The good can become an invisible ceiling, limiting growth precisely because it satisfies immediate needs. Rockefeller himself understood this deeply. As one of the most influential industrialists in history, his success was not built by clinging to modest gains, but by reinvesting, reorganizing, and relentlessly pursuing efficiency and scale, often at the cost of short-term comfort. The fear of giving up the good is rooted in human psychology. Loss aversion makes us weigh potential losses more heavily than potential gains. The known, even if imperfect, feels safer than the unknown, even if promising. Rockefeller's quote confronts this fear directly. It does not deny risk, rather it reframes it. The real danger lies not in failure, but in settling. By holding on to the good too tightly, individuals often foreclose the possibility of greatness altogether. Greatness, by definition, demands sacrifice. It requires time, focus, and the willingness to disappoint expectations, both one's own and those of others. The student who aspires to mastery must often forego leisure. The entrepreneur chasing innovation may abandon a stable salary. The artist seeking excellence may reject popular approval in favor of authenticity. In each case, the good, comfort, security, and recognition is relinquished for something less certain but more meaningful. Rockefeller's insight is not reckless abandon, it is strategic courage. Importantly, the quote does not advocate despising the good. The good is often the foundation upon which greatness is built. Education, discipline, and early successes all matter. The danger arises when the good becomes the destination rather than a stepping stone. Rockefeller's life illustrates this balance. He did not reject order or prudence. Instead, he leveraged them in service of a larger vision. Greatness is not chaos, it is focused escalation. In leadership and organizations, this principle is especially relevant. Many institutions stagnate because they are profitable enough, efficient enough, or respected enough. Incremental improvements replace bold innovation. Leaders protect existing models instead of reimagining them. Yet transformative progress often requires dismantling systems that still function adequately. Rockefeller's willingness to reorganize industries, standardize processes, and pursue scale disrupted the status quo. While controversial, such moves exemplify the willingness to abandon good enough practices to achieve unprecedented impact. On a personal level, the quote challenges individuals to examine their lives honestly. Where have routines hardened into ruts? Where has comfort replaced calling? The good job that drains purpose, the good habit that crowds out excellence, the good goal that no longer stretches capacity. These are the quiet enemies of greatness.
Letting go can feel like regression, but it is often the necessary precondition for growth. However, pursuing greatness also requires discernment. Not every risk leads upward, and not every sacrifice is noble. Rockefeller's wisdom presupposes clarity of vision. One must know what great means. Without a defined aim, abandoning the good can devolve into restlessness or recklessness. Greatness is not mere ambition, it is excellence aligned with purpose. The courage to give up the good must be matched by the discipline to pursue something truly worthy. There is also a moral dimension to Rockefeller's quote. Greatness, when properly understood, is not solely personal achievement but lasting contribution. In his later years, Rockefeller devoted immense resources to philanthropy, funding education, medicine, and scientific research. This transition itself reflects the quote spirit. He relinquished the singular pursuit of wealth, a good he had mastered, to pursue a broader, more enduring legacy. Greatness in this sense transcends accumulation and moves toward impact. In a modern context, the quote resonates amid rapid change. Careers evolve, industries disrupt, and traditional markers of success shift. Clinging to what is merely good can render individuals obsolete. Lifelong learning, reinvention, and adaptability all require the humility to admit that current competence may not be sufficient for future relevance. Rockefeller's message thus becomes a guide for resilience. Greatness belongs to those willing to outgrow their former successes. Yet fear remains the primary obstacle. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of regret. Rockefeller's words do not eliminate fear, they subordinate it. They suggest that fear should not be the governing force of decision-making. The willingness to exchange certainty for possibility distinguishes those who plateau from those who ascend. Greatness is rarely comfortable, but it is deeply alive. Ultimately, don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great is a philosophy of intentional ascent. It recognizes that life offers multiple levels of possibility and that reaching higher often requires leaving something behind. The quote invites individuals to live deliberately, to question whether their current satisfactions are truly sufficient, and to act with courage when they are not. In embracing this mindset, one accepts that the cost of greatness is real, but so is the cost of settling. Rockefeller's legacy endures not merely because of wealth, but because of vision. His words continue to challenge each generation to resist complacency and to pursue excellence with resolve. The good may be comfortable, respectable, and safe, but greatness, though demanding, uncertain, and costly, offers the fulfillment of becoming what one is truly capable of being.
Subscribe to this YouTube channel and share the video.